Latonia, and I'm from South Africa. I was born and raised in Durban, in KwaZulu-Natal. I was looking for a program in South Africa, and I wanted to help people using my skills in the kitchen. And there was not much faith-based programs back home. So I went on the Catholic Volunteer Network and put in my profile, and Sister Joanna from the St. Joseph Worker Program actually contacted me. And she was very excited for international volunteers, and I wanted to grab that opportunity so I could learn whatever I could and take back home with me. I had 2 placement sites this year. I had Mary's Kitchen, and that was sort of an overall group leader, being in the kitchen, being outside, helping the guests. And I had Isaiah House. That one was very special to me. I enjoyed that the most because I got to work with the ladies, and I cooked a lot, and I learned a lot from them especially, and was very grateful to be there.
Yes. We pray for their safety and your peace. Please bless Mary's Kitchen and all of the volunteers who serve them. Bless us, O Lord, for these our gifts which we are about to receive in thy Christ.
Out of all the experiences, I would say Grand Canyon stood out the most. It was one of our first road trips as a community, and just the thrill of being in the United States, driving on Route 66, which was always a dream of mine, that came true, and just the scenic view, and what a wonderful experience that was to see one of the 7 wonders of the world.
My name's Mary Furlong. I'm from Old Orchard Beach, Maine, which is totally on the other side of the country from here. And May of 2019, I graduated from Stonehill College, which is just south of Boston in Massachusetts. My placement site was at L'Arche Wavecrest, and L'Arche is an international organization that builds community between people with and without intellectual disabilities. And my role there was to be an assistant. So I assisted the core members, who were the adults with intellectual disabilities, just with activities of daily living. We would plan outings, go for coffee together, go see movies. And my most important goal during my time there was to just provide a space where everyone's voice could be heard and their gifts could be known. The vulnerability of the core members and the love that they showed me this year has definitely made me a more confident person. I've definitely become a better listener, which in turn has made me a more effective advocate for those who may not be given the time or the patience by others to express their voices in a so-called normal society. We all need to work on slowing our pace and acknowledging each person that crosses our path with respect and dignity. Because at the end of the day, we're all the same. No matter how we walk, no matter how we talk, no matter what we look like, we all just want to be seen and loved.
We are most of the time faced by the same question. We feel like we have done everything. We have passed laws, we have built ministries and organizations to address the social justice cause, but still there is more to be done. We need to carve out a voice and a place for those we directly or indirectly push in the merging of our dignified society. The LGBTQ, the Black communities, the women, the elderly, the poor. The list goes on as time goes by. My name is Honorine Uwimana, and I'm from Rwanda in the East African region. I'm a pharmacist by training and by profession, and a humanitarian and social justice advocate by passion. My placement site was Regina Residence, which is a retirement home for religious sisters. And in such a placement, you don't have a specific role. You address the needs of each resident as they come and connect your time, presence, and aptitudes to the needs that arise every day. To me, opening my eyes wide to the vast and beautiful Pacific Ocean. I grew up in a landlocked country, and it was such a thrilling experience to see a blue ocean for the first time.
My name is Annie Vagley. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I graduated from the University of Portland in May of 2019. My placement site was Mission Hospital, and I worked there as a nurse navigator. When I would meet a client for the first time, it was most important to develop a trusting relationship with that patient. Very often, I would go to a place where they were comfortable. It would be in their home or maybe at a local restaurant, and to develop a connection. Next, I would provide education and empower that client to make changes in their life that were necessary to improve their well-being. Also, we would refer clients to other organizations. In our community, we had lots of brunches, so it was very fun. Each woman would make a different dish, and we would share that together in the mornings on Sundays. And then Anna and I also, we would go to the beach, go on a short hike, or grab dinner along the way home, which helped get to know California a little bit more.
Pues mire lo que vamos a hacer. Yo voy a poner aquí su nombre, yo voy a poner que usted necesita esta ayuda y le voy a dar el número de mi compañera.
I'm Ana Maria Feijó. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Cali, Colombia. And I define myself as a disciple in mission. As a disciple in mission, a couple of years ago, I felt the call to service. And in this call, I have traveled to many countries in South America and the Caribbean. And I was living in Dominican Republic when one day I found out that my mission there was going to an end. And Sister Joanna found my profile in Catholic Volunteer Network, and she approached to me and she told me about the holistic way to approach the dear neighbor, to fight for social justice, and to try for a better world. And I think those compounds and those pieces were the ones that brought me here. I worked for Mission Hospital and the Community Health Investment Department at the two family resource centers that we have in the south of the county. I had the role of the community health advocate, and I did a lot of presentations in the community for schools, universities, and churches, as well as a lot of civic engagement and interfaith groups. I also worked as an information and resources specialist for the county, which meant that I was welcoming all the clients that came to our FRCs. I was giving them resources as well as making intakes for them, just creating this sacred space of them trusting us for us being able to help them. The biggest thing I take from this is that serving is not about volunteering. It's not saying I did it. It's about always standing at the margins. It's always saying yes and always looking for something else. The FRCs and the mission family helped me to believe in the role that I do and in the power of advocating for others. Going back to the core values of this program, if I think of social justice, I will definitely say the ministries that I had with women that are experiencing not being free. The Blueprint for Belonging. It was a training about how to bridge and how to go to a better we. The interfaith groups and all the public witnesses that we did, the prayer vigils, and the volunteer work at the food banks and just being that help for people. It's not been easy, but definitely I understand that I'm privileged. I'm privileged because I have a voice and I'm free. And with this privilege, I also understand that it's my duty to give hope to those ones who don't have it. And with that hope, give them the voice that they need to strive for what they want. To give them the space to dream of a better tomorrow, and why not, a better today. And most importantly, to be present and to know that the now is all what we have. There is always someone else that needs help. The second one, I will definitely say embracing the potential in the differences of everyone and anyone. Those differences are the spaces where you can connect with others, when you can change those dominant narratives and where you can bridge new narratives, new mindsets. And finally, I will say love. Pedro Arrupe, a great Jesuit, said it really simply. Fall in love, and it will decide everything.